Jerry's YouTube 211 Real Talk Controversy? Oh, we're not an FAQ anymore.
This is no. This is just controversy.
Controversy.
I find it controversial that you couldn't tell the difference. It's time for another Real Talk. Just some one-on-one time, you and me, and we're going to talk about controversy today. We're going to get controversial, it's you and I. So controversy, when it comes to art in itself can be controversial. It can be controversial. We had videos at the end of last year talking about how, art can be or is going to be misunderstood, you can be misunderstood, and that in itself leads to controversy. I mean, that is something where if somebody doesn't understand or misinterprets, they can think it's pretty controversial. But what about things that are a little bit more obvious? Like, I don't know, graffiti. There is controversy out there because there are some people out there that make a fine art, more or less, of graffiti. Then there's tons of people out there that are just making a mess. You ask certain people and they'll tell you any kind of graffiti is considered art. You ask other people and they'll say any kind of graffiti is a crime and they should be flanked in public. Is flanking a thing? Did I make that up? They should be planked in public. No, that would be... There's other things, other times where artists like Marcel Duchamp, I don't know if you have heard of this, Will hasn't. Marcel Duchamp put a urinal on display and called it art. By that definition, every time I go into a bathroom in any location, that's not my home unfortunately, I wish I had one, there's art in the bathroom. And that is a controversial statement. And it also leads to questions. Is it art? Is it really art? Is it not art? Is he just trying to get attention? Is it controversy for the sake of controversy? Now, anytime you do something creative, controversy can come up. Is it just attention-seeking behavior? And if that's the case, is that bad? You don't have to watch. You don't have to look at the urinal. I mean, I usually close my eyes. In itself, is attention-seeking behavior, controversy, a bad thing? There's that statement, any publicity is good publicity, even bad publicity. Some people buy into that, other people don't. But I kind of do lean more to the side of it being a good thing than a bad thing. Not everything is fantastic, okay? There is no yes or no. That's... If you think that I'm a black and white person, we haven't met. But I do personally lean towards a little bit more of that attention thing, that if you're bringing attention to something, you have an opportunity to maybe change people's minds about it. You have an opportunity to enlighten people that didn't know about it. And we're going to talk about some of my own controversy. Olivia doesn't think I should share this, but I'm going to share it anyway because I'm controversial. We did a video recently. In fact, if you just look back a couple videos on unsolicited advice. Well, somebody had some for me. Usually if you watch something on YouTube and you're unhappy, you have no problem putting a big thumbs down and writing a big nasty comment. So for unsolicited advice, somebody watched this video and got so offended, so upset, that they decided to call in and demand to speak with me. I think they thought I was the owner. They didn't realize how low I was on the totem pole. I'm Mike, not Jerry. And complained that in that video, I had used the F word and had used a lot of innuendo. I want to address this with everybody, okay? I think it'll be fun. I want to make sure that everybody understands what this person was talking about. This is the place where I believe they think I use the F word. Now, if somebody's intentionally being malicious, there's any number of things you can do. You can them up the you can, I don't know. There's so many fun things that you can do to them if they're being malicious. Now, I want to show you guys a little behind the scenes. I'm going to uncensor this clip just for you, okay? So this might even be more controversial, all right? Well, roll it. Now, if somebody's intentionally being malicious, there's any number of things you can do. You can blank them up the blank. You can, I don't know, we can just beep out a bunch of different things that I'm saying here. There's so many fun things that you can do to them if they're being malicious. I don't know, did you hear me say anything? I don't know. The question is, where did that F word come from? That's the beauty of innuendo. I don't want to upset anybody. That's not my goal, but I'm not going to change who I am because this is really, you can ask the guys around here, this is really me. This is my personality. This is who I am, and I don't intentionally want to hurt anybody, but there is going to be controversy. People are going to call you out and say, you can't do that. You can't say that. Well, you know what? You can not watch. You don't have to watch. What do you think? Put below. Was I wrong? The controversy was in their head. It was their interpretation of what I had said. But controversy is how you get people involved. Even though this person didn't go about it the right way, when somebody puts down something, in the comments and they have questions and stuff, I want to engage with them. I want this to be, like I've said from the beginning, an artist community where we can talk and share ideas, as long as you're not trying to just be mean about it. So yes, you should continue to expect me to be controversial, because that's how, I get attention, but it's also who I am. It's not an act. And you should also not worry about controversy in creating your own artwork, or be afraid if it becomes controversial. I think that in itself starts a conversation. And that's something we don't have enough of in the world. Conversations, not just blanket statements that say this is how things are. If you're an artist, I think that I'm preaching to the choir. As an artist, we think a little bit outside the box more than anybody else, and that is part of the beauty of the artist community. That's part of the strength of the artist community. But maybe you completely disagree. I want to know where you stand. Do you feel like controversy is a good thing? Do you think that controversy is a bad thing? Do you try to avoid it? Do you think any publicity is good publicity? These are all opinions, and again, if you have a statement to make, put it below. I mean, people agree, they might disagree, but that's what it's all about. Starting the conversation, and I love talking with you. I love it so much. I don't want you to be afraid to be controversial in your artwork. I don't want you to be afraid to be controversial in your life, and I really don't want you to be afraid to be controversial with me on Instagram at Mike Not Jerry. Follow me at Mike Not Jerry, where I'm adding all kinds of original content, and I hope that you feel the desire, the need to share these videos that we're doing, because that's how I grow the community that keeps our lights on. People watching. Help. I look forward to your controversial comments below. Keep doing it, right? You think I'm going to run out. I ain't. It's not even a word. It is now. Didn't they add that to the dictionary? Ain't?
I don't think so.
I'm asking Ming. He's the one that knows. You don't know? Okay.